this is Becky. Welcome back to my channel. Before I get started with reading in the Angel Bible, I was walking and came across this spot and I went ahead and stopped because if you look, all around me is green, right? There's some yellow leaves and everything, but by this location, I was left a gift by Archangel Sandalphon and the nature spirits of this beautiful, look at the colors in this, right? So it was my signal that this is where I was meant to do this video. All right, this video is on self-healing. I've had personal experience with this as well as family members who've been able to master this as well. So if you would like information, just go ahead and reach out and we can talk about it. My email is homans.consulting@gmail.com. So self-healing. So you may feel guided to begin the process of self-healing. You do not have to be ill or in pain to begin self-healing. In fact, many physical ailments and common disorders have a psychological source. The following technique is beneficial for relieving emotional or mental pain as well as physical discomfort. It can also be used for acute pain or for stress. Archangel Raphael is the overlighting angel of healing and has the capacity to guide all healers. He is known as the physician of the angelic realm, the divine healer for healing ourselves and others. So how to balance and heal your chakra centers. First, we're going to repeat steps 1 through 3. It says, starting with the root chakra. Place your hands gently on your body and allow it to fill with healing energy. When your intuition tells you to, move on to your sacral chakra and then repeat the process. Work through all your chakra centers, finishing with your crown chakra. And as you place your hands on the top of your head, link with your higher self. To finish, breathe in the emerald light, and when you feel ready, bring your awareness back to everyday waking consciousness. Here's a little bit more in depth on the process of self-healing. It says what you're going to need is soothing music. Then begin by invoking Archangel Raphael and asking him to guide your hands. So what I do is I'll put one hand on my heart and one hand on my belly, and then you can feel when you're breathing, you can feel the hands moving with your breath work. Okay, then sit in a comfortable chair and make sure that you are not disturbed. Playing soothing music helps with the initial process of self-relaxation. Ask Archangel Raphael to send you a sphere of emerald green healing energy. Sense the healing energy floating above your head. Allow this energy to flow into your crown chakra. Feel it flowing down your body and anchoring in your heart chakra. Allow the healing energy to flow down your arms. Feel it flowing out of your palm chakras and filling your aura. Then allow your hands to be guided and place them wherever you feel needs healing. If you have painful areas in your body, placing your hands over that area for several minutes will relieve, ease, or release the pain. Now, healing others. Ask your client to drink plenty of water before and after each healing session to ease the removal of energetic blocks and emotional toxicity. You should do the same. Prepare yourself by relaxing and becoming aware of your breath. Here's how you can help to heal others. Ask the client to lie on their back with pillows or cushions under their head and knees. Then ask Archangel Raphael to send you a beautiful sphere of emerald green healing energy. We see the healing energy floating above your head. Allow it to flow into your crown chakra, down your body, anchoring in your heart chakra. Allow the energy to flow down your arms and out of your palm chakras. You will be placing your hands on your client. The length of time you keep your hands in each position is up to your intuition, but 3 to 5 minutes is normal. Position yourself at your client's head. You can sit for these first 5 hand positions. Place the palms of your hands gently on the crown of the head and rest them there. Place your hands over the eyes. Cradle the head by placing your hands beneath it. Place your hands with the heels of your palms on each side of the neck and your palms and fingers lightly on the throat. Place your thumbs just below the lines with the collarbones and with your palms toward the breastbone. Move to your client's side to treat the heart, solar plexus, and stomach areas. Place both hands over the rib cage in a straight line across the base of the sternum. Place both hands in a straight line just above the waist. Place both hands just below the waist level with the hips. Move to the legs. Move down the legs in stages. Work on each leg separately or both at the same time. Move to the feet and position yourself at the end of the therapy couch. Treat the tops of both feet, then place your hands on the soles of the feet. Move your hands off of the feet and place your palms about 4 inches or 10 centimeters beneath the soles of the feet. Use your intuition to observe your client's male-female polarity balance. The right foot represents male polarity and the left foot female polarity. Hold your hands in this position until all energy movement ceases. This strengthens the skeletal structure and draws your client fully back into the physical body, which signals the end of the treatment. Another thing that I'm qualified to do and have experience with is distant healing. So distant or absent healing is an excellent way to begin practicing angelic healing. It is also a very powerful way of working with Archangel Raphael and has validity in its own right, as you do not need all of the paraphernalia of the third dimension, such as a therapy room or a couch. Distant healing is also a great way of developing your multidimensional awareness of the healing energies that surround us all on Earth. In its simple form, distant healing can be a prayer said for the person who has asked you to help. Keep the prayer simple and unconditional. I once had a coworker that he and I had worked together for 3 years. We created an alternative high school together on a small team, and I want to say probably about a year, maybe 2 years after leaving the team, he and I ended up reconnecting. I forget how, I don't remember if he texted me about something or I might have texted him a question, and then he proceeded to let me know that his brother had recently passed and that his dog then passed, and he had had a series of things, and we accidentally, like, somehow, because we were chatting through Facebook Messenger, and so accidentally we did like video, because both of us are old school and learning all this technology stuff these young kids know. And so he's like, oh, I didn't mean to like video you. And I was like, no, that's okay. So then I was able to do some distance healing with him, because I had just finished training with the Munaiki Rights Practitioner Program through the Four Winds. And I always ask permission before I mess with anybody's energy field. You always get permission. So I had asked if I could go ahead and help send some healing energy and put in the bands of protection. And he said he would love that. And then later on, after, time had gone by, he said that it actually really did help. So, and he's just one of many clients that I've had. So we have Archangel Raphael's Emerald Sphere of Angelic Healing Energy. Decide to whom you are sending the healing. Then wash your hands in cool water and dry them thoroughly. Sit quietly in a comfortable chair, take several deep, relaxing breaths, and summon Archangel Raphael. Begin to sensitize your hands by shaking them gently. Then rub your palms together rapidly in a circular motion several times to build up the surface chi. Hold your hands with palms facing each other about 8 inches or 20 centimeters apart. Feel the energy radiating and vibrating between your hands. Play with this energy. It will feel like sticky toffee. Begin to form this energy into a sphere and visualize it as emerald green in color. Ask Archangel Raphael to bless and charge the emerald sphere with his powerful healing energy. When it feels as if it is strongly pulsing with healing energy, send the sphere to the person. Picture them absorbing it. See them smiling, healthy, and strong. We have planetary healing. Many people express the desire to help others, especially after seeing the terrible situations that plague our world. They feel burdened by these visions of unimaginable suffering and are guided to ask the angels to help. I remember as a child when I was living and taking care of my grandmother who had emphysema, and so she had breathing issues, and I remember her sitting there lighting candles, and we'd pray, and we had this big picture of Jesus with the thorns and the blood dripping, and we would just spend a lot of time in meditation and contemplating the pain and the suffering in the world. And we would watch, what was that show? Jerry's Kids, where he would raise money through telethons to be able to help children all over the world. And I want to say Sally Struthers, I think that was the actress, who would also, get money to be able to help people in third world countries. And my granny, I believe it was Ethiopia, had adopted, you can send money and then they tell you stories, and then that child will write to you and let you know what your money did for them, bought them clothes or personal care or education and books. And so I just remember that being something that her and I shared, and I've just continued to want to promote that. And so that lines up really well with the planetary healing, especially with everything that's happening in our world today. Archangel Sandalphon is guardian of the earth, in charge of planetary healing. When sending planetary healing, do not suppress your emotions, since this causes blockages and affects your health. Instead, focus on the feelings and emotions and the haunting images created within you. This eases feelings of distress you are holding and directs the energy to where it's needed most. How to practice planetary healing. First, sit comfortably in a chair with your feet on the ground. Then visualize roots growing out of the soles of your feet to ground and strengthen you. Breathe naturally so that your own energy circuits are open and flowing smoothly. Summon Sandalphon and align yourself with his energy. You will feel energy flowing in through your crown chakra, coursing downward into your heart chakra, before flowing down your arms into your hands and then flooding out of your palm chakras. And I remember there was a time when I went to visit my dad, and my uncle, I didn't know what he was doing. This was before I really understood how powerful my energy was with healing. Well, my dad has really bad neuropathy and has had several back surgeries, which has left his feet now immobile, so now he doesn't walk. But at that time, my uncle, I was sitting next to my dad, and he took my hands and put them and made them go up and down my dad's legs. And I just looked at him like, what are you doing? Because all my life, they denied my healing abilities. But come to find out, my granny had healing hands. And she was able to cure their oldest brother of polio when he was, I think, 3. But I didn't know that at the time. So to me, I was just sitting there like, what is this guy doing, trying to make my hands go over up and down my dad's legs. Now I wasn't touching them. I was, like it says, to stay a few inches away. And so I had no idea what he was doing until then I started working with practitioners and starting to learn. what it was that he was trying to get me to do. So allow yourself to be surrounded by this energy, which is often perceived as a sphere of rainbow light. You are now ready to transmit angelic healing energy. Visualize the swirling rainbow moving outward from you toward the area of distress that you have chosen. See the situation and all the people involved absorbing this energy. You will see the area become illuminated with iridescent rainbow light. As you continue watching, become aware of all the other healers and planetary healing groups who are also sending out rainbows of hope. They are the children of light, the rainbow warriors. Allow your energy to fuse with theirs and feel how the power intensifies. Many light workers meditate every day, sending out healing energy in the form of rainbows. They know that the planet and those in need will receive it in whatever form is appropriate to them. You will now feel as if you are part of this powerful, angelically guided energy. I used to work with some people that were in the healing arts, and I said we were like Care Bears. Each of us had our own power, and the Care Bears would stand, right? They'd be like this, and then what would radiate from their solar plexus, right, from their bellies, would be whatever power that they had. So whether it was Friendship Bear, Happiness Bear, right? Like each one had Sunshine Bear. I don't even remember all of them, but they each, and there was a Grumpy Bear. So we all have powers of what we can send out into the universe for healing. To close, detach from the energy. Then ground yourself by asking Archangel Raphael to ground, close, seal, and protect your chakra centers and your aura. Then we have balancing the emotions. So our emotions are associated with the fluid element of water. Water has a unique significance to us since most of our body weight is made up of water and it carries the nutrients essential for life. Likewise, our emotions should nurture us, allowing us the fluid movement necessary to explore our full potential, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Our emotions, like water, change constantly, ebbing and flowing, bringing growth to our body, mind, and soul. Sometimes emotions become frozen and we become stuck in a place that is restrictive and often destructive, and which blocks our full potential for joy and creativity. You can become addicted to emotions, and I know for many years, because of the people that I was surrounded by, I had become addicted to bitterness and resentful and angry, and had to learn how to unplug, protect my Wirakucha and my energy field to be able to make better choices in order to be able to maintain my healing energy. Oh my goodness, there's a turtle floating by. He's just swimming with his head up. Sorry. So we have water. Yeah, water boils when heated, then turns to steam and evaporates. This too can be reflected in the emotions of anger, loss, and emptiness. Emotional turbulence is caused when we suppress or deny our emotions. Many people have significant amounts of unresolved emotional energy, which is a major cause of stress and tension in their lives. And believe me, it can wreak havoc on your nervous system. And if you want some help, I can be a guide for you. Chamuel relieves the pressure. The pink ray of Archangel Chamuel takes the heat out of emotional stress. It restores equilibrium without suppressing the release process. It promotes relaxation and acceptance of where you are in life and what you have to deal with without allowing false views to harden into anger, hatred, and resentment. It is also motivational, which stops feelings of complacency and transforms them into peaceful tranquility. I know when I was, working in the school systems and the